John, you mentioned the other day you got 24 good minutes looking for 40. How close was today?
I have to watch the tape, but the energy was unbelievable, and we just rode the guys that had energy. I said late in the game, we had a guy get beat 2 or 3 times, straight line drives, late, 7 minutes to go, you're out. Ashton went in and settled it down, which may look like Ashton should maybe be in the game the last part of the game. Let him be in there guarding and keeping people in front and mixing it up. Tyler played well. I thought Keldon really did some really good stuff. And they're figuring out to sub themselves. I let Reed in there too long in the beginning of the game. He should have been in 4 or 5 minutes. And, you know, the beginning of the game, there's anxiety, and it's not just playing the game. There's all the stuff that goes with the beginning of the game. And then after that, they settled down and played. You know, a few turnovers we didn't need to have, but you know what? We passed the ball to each other. We were trying, and you know, again, trying to get 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures. You know, it's good.
Derek?
John, yesterday you emphasized defense. How well do you think your guys did it deep into the shot clock?
Better. Look, and I told them after, my whole career, if my team's not doing something, I look back at what I'm doing and what I'm teaching and saying, how do we do this? And because in most cases, the teams I coach will do what I ask them to do. So am I not doing the right things? Do we need to focus on other stuff? And we are zeroed in right now defensively on what we have to do. Now, we made some mistakes, but effort and energy, we scrambled. We didn't stop as much. You know, there were times where they held them under 4 points, and I went to sub, and the guys in the game said, "Wow, they don't have 6 yet. Leave us in," and they stayed in the game. And so they're taking pride. We also added something: 3 stops in a row equals a kill. Now we had 2 stops in a row, probably 8 times, 7, 8 times, 9, but we had 5 kills. That's how you stretch games out. And you could say what you want. You know, these guys are a little bit snake bit now, because the game I watched, they were up 12 the last game they played at home, and the guy makes a 3 at the buzzer and beats them. And so King, he's going to get this thing right. They got a young team, they're inexperienced, but to be honest, they're probably better than a couple teams we played already. And we didn't do this to those teams. And I told them this is the best we play, and it's because of what we did defensively. And as they guard, do you see them building their own confidence on offense? When you guard and you build confidence in yourself, you're going to be aggressive on offense too. Well, no, you take me out when I make a mistake. No, you got scored on 4 straight times. That's why you didn't have confidence. Don't put that back to here. And so again, you play with that energy. You play with that. Coach, it's easier. I told him I'm going to be tougher in the practices and lighten up in the games and accept where they are. We are who we are. I'm not going to try to force it along. We're not skipping steps. This was a good first step for us.
Kyle on the right.
It hasn't shown all the time, and I think right before the season started, you said Tyler was a better defender than you realized. He's now had 2 5-steal games. When he's locked in and engaged, is that what he can
And he anticipates, which we're trying. I put on the board to have defensive confidence. First of all, you got to talk. So if everyone's talking and they're chattering, you're more confident. If you, anticipate, you're going to be more confident defensively. That's what he does. And the third part of it is you have to trust that your teammates have your back if you try to do something. That's help the helper. You're going to get beat some. But if you're aggressive and you know and you trust your team, you'll go and do the stuff Tyler's doing. You'll run through. You'll go for a steal that's thrown over your head and your teammate steals it. We got to go from day one and just keep building. And you know, we did it this game. We have 2 days to prepare for this next game. And this next team, Greensboro's really good, by the way. Had LSU on the ropes at LSU. I mean, this will be a hard game for us. And so we need it going into this stretch of games that we have coming up, which are all going to be hard games. So We needed this to say, here's who's playing. If you're not playing with energy, you're not playing. I'm just not gonna put you in. Or I'll put you in with 2 minutes. You choose not to play with energy, you're out. No matter who it is. Because we have to get to that point to see what kind of team we are. But again, I'm telling you, it's the best 3-point shooting team I've had. Come on, Emmanuel. You can't shoot 19% from the 3. No. No, not when you're making 60-some shots in practice. Not when you're not. You have to, you add him to what we're doing and he starts making threes with Quad A, with Tyler, with Keldon and our bigs, because our bigs can shoot. So now you have PJ and you have Reed who can shoot threes. Now that's what I'm saying, this team. We also did a little more random offense, which helps Ashton. So we're trying to, I'm tweaking everything, just trying to figure it out. And again, we needed a game like this. And it also, I thought EJ again just played with unbelievable energy. You know, had 2 steals and a block. You know, Nick went in and had 3 blocks in his time in there. So.
Good, John will win the back.
Cal, what should we make of Nick going from starting the last 2 games to not playing the first 16 minutes tonight? What you kind of
Because he's behind those other 3. Like in the Bahamas, you do understand I only played 3 big guys. Because everybody wants to talk about the Bahamas. Only 3 big guys played. I didn't play 4. So now, who's the 4th big? Whoever chooses not to play with energy. Whoever goes to practice, and if you're not practicing, then you're the 4th big, you're out for a minute. Now, you'll get a chance to play, but you better play well, because you're that odd man out right now. So if you looked at our practice, you would say the 4th big on your team is Nick. At halftime, you saw what I did. What did I do? Did you watch the game, John?
Started EJ.
Who did I?
Started EJ.
I started EJ because he played with more energy than anybody else. I'm just going with the guys that are going to go with energy. We don't need cool. I don't care what it looks like. We got to get going. And holding them responsible for it, and you know, but for me, when I don't have to coach that, I'm happy. Like today was a fun game for me to coach. And I got on them a little bit, like, why would you do that? You're doing what you're choosing to do, not what we're asking you to do. So there were a couple of those, a couple crackdowns that we didn't get to rebound balls. But the reality of it is, we just played harder. Are you watching any games? I can't stand watching games on TV compared to how we were playing before. We're not playing as hard as some of these other teams, and I'm not used to that. Then I get frustrated, then I get mad, and then I'm not happy coaching. I am going to be happy coaching. You may not be happy because I'm not playing you much, but I'm going to be happy coaching. I'm just coaching guys that are going to go crazy and play hard and talk and fly around, and we'll play a little more random so you can play, but we got to get better.
Back to Daryl.
John, was that trust you're looking for on defense markedly improved today?
Yeah. Did you see us scramble and get to things? And, you know, Tony Barbie said we got to put in a transition defensive drill because that's where our issues start, and we did it for 2 days, and we did it today. It was a great move, you know, and again, that's why you have a staff of experienced coaches so they can come up and have ideas too. And we did it for 3 days, and all of a sudden our transition defense looked a little bit different today. Look, here's what these guys need. They need reps with everything. We can't practice for 6 hours. I don't matter what it is, they need reps. We're young, inexperienced, we need reps. So when I went to the random basketball stuff, we didn't really do much man offense. We didn't do much zone offense. We just don't have enough time with the reps these guys need. Defensive reps, playing the ball, transition defense, scrambling and helping. I mean, we just need reps after rep. And you know what? We're not going to be good at everything, so let's figure out what we need to do.
Anything else, guys? Curtis?
Is there any update on Jamal's status right now?
It's every day I look at the sheet, it says he's out. So he's telling me his knee's feeling better, and So at some point, when I look at that sheet, it's going to say full. Right now it says out, so he's out.
Chris.
You guys attempted the most threes you've taken all season. Was that an emphasis going to today's game to get more 3-point shots up?
Well, I'll say it again. This is the best 3-point shooting team I've had since I've been here. We need to take between 18 and 24 threes. Anytime my teams historically have shot 30 threes, we don't ever win. We just don't. I don't know why, the way I coach, the way the system is, the way that we do this. But when you have a team like this, they should shoot 18 to 24 threes. They really should. The second one is, anytime my team scored 84 points, we've never lost in 30 years. We did this year. You score 84 points and you lose? How about you lose by 30? No, 40. Could have been 50. So again, what our teams usually are, we're getting closer, but now we got to play better competition every time we play. This next game is tougher. The game after that is tougher on the road. The next game at home is tough. The next game is and the next game is going to be ridiculously hard. And then guess what? We start in our league. That's my guess right now. If there's a stronger league in the country, we're 1 or 2 when you talk top to bottom, our league.
Last one in the middle.
Can you just talk about your relationship with King and playing Monmouth?
Yeah, King and I go way back to where when he was at North Carolina as a player, and I followed his career and I've watched him and been around him, and I just have so much respect for him, not only as a coach, but as a person and what he stands for. You know, we had an opportunity to play in New York, and it was like, hey, he had a pretty good team. I mean, it was like a game that he appreciated the fact that we played, because he can't get games. It's hard for to get, no one's playing. And they had won 28 or 27, and you know, and so, but you know, I have no problem playing and being a part of a series with guys like him. Great coach, and again, like I watched the tapes. They were down 5 to West Virginia at half. They were down 5. It was a 10-point game with a few minutes to go. One game, they got beat pretty good. Every other game has been anybody's game. And he's got young guys. So defensively and rebounding, and you know, they can't afford foul trouble, but he's a terrific guy, terrific coach, and now they just got to win a game. Because I think when they win a game, they'll go on a run of wins. I don't know who they have coming up. They just got to win one.
All right, thanks, folks. We have Quad A, Ashton and Tyler on the field.